This is actually the funniest thing. I can't believe that old rinky-dink house is still there. I mean, it's exactly as I remembered it. It's just a little bit more worn out. Don't tell me you actually still live there. Harry, I thought you would have moved up a little ever since we grew up.
Hang on a minute, is that you, Joe? How did you get my number? This is crazy.
Yeah, you're telling me, buddy. It wasn't easy to get a hold of you. I had to do a lot of asking around. You keep to yourself, don't you? No one knows what you've been doing ever since high school.
Well, I've gotten a lot more busy, I'll say that much. I'm sorry, Joe, but is there a reason that you're contacting me right now? Are you outside the house?
Yeah, look, here's the thing. I've got some good news for you, but I didn't know how to get in contact with you. I did get your number eventually, but then it just clicked to me. Why don't I just pop up on your doorstep and see what happens? You'd be like a deer in headlights seeing me at the front door, wouldn't you? So, anyway, I get there and I start knocking and whatever, but no one's coming out. Are you out there at the moment or something?
Yeah, look, I just finished up at work. You caught me at a good time, actually.
Do you still live in this old house? I can't imagine that's popular with the ladies.
Yeah, well, that's a family home right there. My grandfather brought me up in it, so it's a special place to me. I don't really want to get rid of it.
Well, fair enough. I understand if you don't want to get rid of it, but you can at least give it a renovation or something. I mean, look at this thing, it's basically falling apart. You must go to sleep with an umbrella hanging over your head. There's no way that a house like this could prevent something like rain from getting in.
Well, don't be fooled by its appearance. It does the job. It shelters me enough. Besides, there are other things I need to put my money towards right now. I don't really have any intentions of renovating the house.
Well, let me tell you, buddy, you're gonna start regretting that decision at some point. How's it going with the ladies?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Come on, don't act so shy. I'm talking about the girls. Did you manage to improve from high school? I swear, the orangutans that go around scratching their own behind have a better chance of finding a partner than you.
Well, sorry to disappoint you, Joe, but I've got no issue on that front. I'm not particularly looking for a partner at the moment, but if I was, I'd be confident that I'd be able to find one.
Yeah, right. You've got the social skills of an 8-year-old. There's no way you could get any. Go try and bring a girl back here. You couldn't do it if your life depended on it. And even then, let's imagine what you would do if you did that. I'm pretty sure that she'd be running away at the sight of this thing. I mean, Jesus, it looks like you perform some type of weird rituals in there or something. I'm a fully grown man and it scares the hell out of me.
Well, what can I say, Joe? Each to their own. At the end of the day, it's just a house to shelter me. I sleep in there, I do my cooking in there, and then I go out. That's all I need to do. I don't need to be fancy or anything.
What a dismal way of thinking. That's exactly what I expected of you. It seems like you haven't changed over the years. I have to say, I'm really disappointed in you, Harry. I mean, I thought after the life you lived and all the things that you saw, that you would actually strive to be something better.
Wait, what are you talking about right now, Joe?
Well, come on. I know what type of upbringing you've come from. Everybody knew that you were the poor guy in school. You were the loser that everyone made fun of.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Okay, come on, you have to admit it. You weren't the popular guy in that school. You were at the bottom of the rung. I don't even think that I saw you talking to a girl while we were there. I guess you just accepted that you're a loser and that it doesn't matter how much effort you put in, you were always going to stay that way.
Okay, who the hell do you think you are? Joe, why are you telling me about this right now?
Well, I'm just saying I gave you a taste of what life could be like. I mean, think about it. Everyone knew the type of guy that I was in school.
Of course we did. You were the type of guy that was arrogant and didn't have any true friends.
What are you talking about, Harry? Don't you remember what I was like in high school? I would walk around and it was just hard to get people off of me. I could never get any time alone. I swear, I went to the toilet and people still followed me in there. If that's not the definition of popularity, I don't know what is.
Don't think of yourself too highly, Joe. Did you ever think as to why people are crowded around you like that?
Because of my amazingly addictive charisma,
Perhaps? Yeah, right. People don't like an arrogant personality. It's just because of your money. Everyone knew how well off you were. They knew that if they were getting into your good books, you'd be able to offer them really unique opportunities like having a party on a yacht. I'm telling you now, there are some people out there that don't just look at the external. They care about what's on the inside. And I saw you at school, and I didn't think much of you.
Oh yeah? Big talk coming from a little man. That's okay though. The peasants need to delude themselves that the king is nothing special. If they didn't do that, they would have to actually realize how pathetic they are.
You're not above everyone. Joe, your money doesn't mean anything. Strip away the money, and I don't know what is left over. You've got no skills. You've got nothing special about your personality. You're as insipid as they come.
How dare you talk about me that way? Do you have any idea who I am? Do you have any idea the type of person I've become? I am not like you, Harry. I don't just accept my current position and be satisfied with that. I strive higher. I've strived to be something more. Maybe you could take a lesson or two?
Okay then. Well, I'm very curious to see how you've strived higher, Joe. Did Daddy earn a little bit more money? Maybe he opened up a second company for you to leech off of. You're a pretty boy with a trust fund. That is it. There's nothing special about you.
I don't know about that, Harry. I mean, let's put our resumes together. Let's put yours up first. Okay, so poor guy that lives in an old rinky-dink house that his grandfather used to own. Most likely working at a factory that puts together the parts of the car that I drive. Embarrassingly low social standing. No woman. Probably drives around in a Nissan. That's even if he has a car to begin with. I bet your circumstances are even more miserable than that. You don't actually, ride a bike to work or something.
Oh, shut up, you.
So, let's put a word to the type of person that you are. Harry, I'm gonna choose the word slave. You live your life not getting any benefits at all. You don't have wealth, you don't have power, and you don't have a woman. Your existence is there purely to serve other people.
What a load of crap! You don't know who I am. You don't know the things that I have done. You're just making assumptions right now.
Well, I'm making a pretty accurate assumption. The fact that you still live here tells me a lot about you. I know it's really harsh for me to tell you this, but I think you need to hear it. Whether you like to believe me or not, I actually had high hopes for you. I thought you would be disgusted with the position that you're in. I thought that you would hate being poor. Because of that disgust with your current circumstance, I thought the moment we graduated high school, you would strive to be someone bigger, someone more powerful. Probably not as awesome as me, but somewhere close to it.
I don't get what is awesome about you to begin with. Joe, you don't have any achievements. You're riding on the coattails of your dad. A person like that isn't someone I consider worthy of my respect. And you know what? I'm hearing a common theme in the things that you're saying right now. How come you keep saying that I'm poor? You don't actually think that I am poor, do you?
Oh, here we go. Is this the part where you're gonna start bluffing to me and saying that you're actually a really rich guy? Come on, you can't hide that from me.
Well, look, I'm gonna admit that I wasn't the most popular in school. I wouldn't say that I was bullied or anything, though. I was kind of just your average guy. But for you to say that I was poor is a really interesting statement. I mean, where did you get that idea from in the first place? I don't remember telling anyone my financial situation.
Come on, just take a look at the house that you live in. Isn't that proof enough of it already?
Okay, but this house is a special situation. This was my family home. This is my grandfather's house.
Yeah, but let's face it, your family home doesn't exist. Your family was probably out in the streets and you had no choice but to move back in with your grandparents.
That is not the case at all. I had something terrible happen in my life, and I had no choice but to live with my grandfather. That's it. To say that I'm poor just because of a house is ridiculous.
Okay, fine. I see what you're getting at. You want more evidence apart from the house. Don't worry, I have got plenty more where that came from. So, where do I even start?
Let's take a look at that lunchbox of yours. My lunchbox? You're talking about the one that I had when I was in high school?
Yeah, you think people don't notice how meager that thing looked? I felt like pulling out my tiny little finger violin and playing you a song every time I saw you eating.
I don't see what you're getting at right now. What was wrong with the lunchbox?
Come on, why are you asking me that? Harry, you should be the one that remembers the most. Well, if that's the case, I'll have to jog your memory a little bit. Let's see, I think you had a banana, a sandwich, and milk. Like, what are you, in elementary school? Can't your family pack you a decent lunch? Or better yet, how about you just eat the cafeteria food? But wait, how could I forget? You're too poor to afford that type of thing. For you, eating at a cafeteria would be the same as me having dinner at a 5-star restaurant. That would be your version of treating yourself.
Is that seriously what you're gonna grasp at, Joe? That's your evidence that I've been poor my whole life?
You're damn straight it is. There was like nothing in that lunchbox, nothing to excite you.
I packed that lunchbox myself, and I made a request to my grandfather to only buy healthy ingredients. Unlike you, I don't need quick pleasures. I'm in it for the long run. I looked up a healthy and balanced nutritional diet for people our age, and I went with that. Whenever we went to the grocery stores, I ignored all that crap, all the chips and chocolate. I didn't want it. I only wanted what was going to make me a healthier and stronger person.
Wow, I gotta say, you really are a crafty one, Harry. I mean, playing the health card to hide the fact that you're poor? It's almost as if you had this argument ready in advance.
Okay, or maybe I'm just telling you the truth and that's how I felt back then.
Come on, don't be ridiculous. We all know that a guy would rather have a good old sloppy Joe than some miserable banana that comes from a different country. Why would your health be that important for you anyway? We're kids, we're meant to be having fun.
Well, unlike you, I've got dreams and things that I want to accomplish. If a healthy diet meant a healthy mind, then I would have eaten anything. If eating the egg of a snake meant that it would help me think more clearly, then I would have even have done that.
Wow, you're such a stoic, aren't you? Come on, just be real. Harry, you were poor and you didn't have a choice. You were the only person eating that thing. Anyway, let's just put that to the side though. Let's look at some other things that show that you're poor. Do you remember that time we had PE?
You're talking about the sports class?
Yeah, exactly that one. This is gonna be a story that you're not gonna forget. There was a time where your pants ripped. Do you remember that?
I sure do.
As we were heading out to the yard, we were moving through the gate and I actually got my pants caught on a sharp point on the gate.
It gave my pants a really good tear. The school provided me with a different pair of pants to wear that day.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I knew you wouldn't forget about it. So, what happened the next time that we had PE class?
What do you mean? You're talking about the pants? Well, I came to class with pants that weren't showing half my thigh.
Oh no, don't try and hide the details. Tell me exactly what you did.
I am not sure what you're getting at right now.
Well, here's the thing. If it was a normal person, they would have just bought a new pair of pants. Like, those pants were ruined. What did little Harry do that's different to other people? Well, Harry doesn't have the money to buy a new pair of pants. He probably spent his whole household savings just on the books and the clothing alone. He had to spend the next week sitting at home learning how to sew.
More and more, I'm starting to realize that you don't know anything about me at all. Joe, that wasn't what happened at all.
Well, come on then. Why did you come to school with pants like that? What excuse are you gonna come up with now? You're gonna tell me that you actually had a girl do it? You're probably gonna break out the "I had a girlfriend in a different school" line, aren't you? I know no one wants to date a sulky loser. You can't play that one with me.
No, I'm not gonna make up some lie like that. I'm gonna tell you the actual truth. It was my grandfather that sewed those pants for me.
Oh my god, that just makes it even worse. You actually forced your grandfather to do it? That is like the lamest thing I have ever heard. Oh, this story makes so much more sense. So your grandfather actually swings that way, does he?
What do you mean he swings that way?
Come on, you know exactly what I mean. He likes to play for the other team.
Where do you get that assumption from?
Well, I'm just saying that a guy that knows how to sew is really strange. It's not manly at all. I mean, come on, let's just compare your grandfather to my grandfather. Mine was a general in the army. He worked out every day. He commanded respect from the people around him. And then there's your grandfather sitting in his chair, hunched over, sewing for you. I mean, it's just hilarious. We're two different species.
Just shut up, Joe. You've got no idea what you're talking about. Anyway, you know what? I'm not sure why I'm even having this conversation with you. I mean, so what if I'm poor? If you have something against me, then don't even bother talking to me. You don't have to go out of your way to contact me. You didn't even have to come to my house. Don't you have anything better to do with your life? You're supposed to be this rich guy that can do whatever he wants, right? Well, go then. Go travel the place. Go to a different country. Don't bother me with my day and interrupt all the things that I have to do. Whether you like to believe it or not, I actually have a lot of things I need to put my attention towards. I don't need to sit here defending whether or not I'm poor.
Well, looks like I touched a nerve. You really are defensive about this type of thing, aren't you?
Harry, I'm not being defensive. I'm just getting really annoyed right now. I don't need to sit here and listen to you. Now, you're an old acquaintance from high school, so I figured why not give you a little bit of my time? But if this is all you're gonna use my time for, then I'm gonna have to leave you. See you later.
Whoa. Hold your horses there, buddy. We haven't even got to the brunt of what we need to talk about.
What is there to talk about? If you're gonna preface our conversation by insulting me, then I'm not gonna listen to what you have to say next.
Okay, look, you want me to apologize for everything I said? Fine, I'll apologize, I'm sorry. It's just for old time's sake, you know? I mean, we always used to play around like this, didn't we?
Did we actually? I have had barely any interactions with you, and all of them have been negative. Every time I've talked to you, there's been this atmosphere of you putting me down. Now that you actually got my WhatsApp, you're allowed to just insult me to your heart's degree? I am this close to blocking you.
Hey, come on, don't do that. We don't need to go to such drastic measures. There's a reason why I'm contacting you. There are two reasons, actually. First, I wanted to see where you got yourself in life. Secondly, I wanted to see where you can get yourself to.
What are you talking about right now?
Well, here's the thing. People like you annoy the hell out of me. I mean, you're living in the worst circumstance possible. Don't you ever feel like doing something to escape from the life that you have? Don't you want to taste what's really out there?
Of course I do. Everyone does.
Exactly. And it's for that reason that I'm going to be inviting you to my wedding.
I'm sorry? You're getting married now? What does you getting married have to do with anything?
Well, allow me to explain. Pull up your chair and have your eyes on me. I'm about to bestow some wisdom on this child. Here's the thing. The person that I'm getting married to is not just your average girl. I've had enough of those. You can only eat a cheeseburger so many times until you want the premium deluxe burger.
Okay. When you say that, you mean exactly what now?
Come on, do I really need to explain it to you? I've tasted them all. I've tasted younger women. I've tasted older women. I've tasted people from this country, and I've tasted exotics from other countries. I want something special. I don't want to just be fishing for squid. I'm after the humpback whale. You only get a couple of those.
Okay, and this is to say what exactly?
I'm a very studious guy. I do my research. I'm on Instagram all the time. I'm looking for some good talent. Someone that just knocks your socks off. And I have finally found her. A precious little flower coming out from India. She's half Indian, half American. She's a big-time model. And I'm pretty sure you would have heard of her. She's on magazines all the time.
Okay, and I'm assuming this model is someone that you're going to be marrying then.
Exactly. It seems that she's been doing a lot of her work here in America. I was able to get into contact with her on Instagram, and we've been rolling the ball very quickly. I only met her 1 month ago, but she's already realized the future that I can offer her. I kind of feel sorry for the girl. I'd rather get physically tortured than put up with your arrogant attitude for the rest of my life. Yeah, well, that's because the way you view me is through the lens of jealousy. She's viewing me through the lens of admiration. I mean, I can read a woman's body language quite well. She is over the moon for me.
Okay, so you're marrying this fantastic model. What does that have to do with me?
Well, I don't know, Harry. How about you tell me? I'm giving you the opportunity to see someone who's truly beautiful in the flesh, and who knows, she's probably gonna bring her friends as well. Do you think she's gonna hang out with some ugly mutts? Of course she's not. Beautiful people keep beautiful company. Now, I know a guy of your stature doesn't even have the slimmest of chances of being able to hold a conversation with them. But at least I'm gonna give you a little bit of eye candy.
Okay, and you want to do this why exactly?
Well, here's the thing, Harry. If you actually did what I wanted you to do and become successful, I'd like you to be there to enjoy my marriage with me. We could celebrate my success and the life that I'm gonna have from this point on. You could even be my friend.
Okay, and if I didn't become successful, why would you invite me?
I'm gonna do that so you realize what you're missing out on. Consider it punishment, if you will. And it's not just you, if I'm being honest. It's most of the people that we went to school with.
Are you serious right now? You've invited people from school?
Of course I have. I've been telling people that they need to work harder. I want them to look at their pitiful, miserable lives and start regretting what they've done. People need to realize that they're a slave and they need to do something about it.
You really do amaze me, Joe. I mean, how can you have this high opinion of yourself when you haven't even worked for what you have? You got the lucky draw of the cards of being good looking and having a father that worked hard in his life. Any fortune that he's earned, you're claiming it as your own. Don't you see that as really hypocritical?
What are you trying to say? That if I wasn't in your position, I wouldn't work hard to build myself up? Get out of here. I'm telling you, I could be born a homeless child in some slum city, and I would still be here today marrying this beautiful woman.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
So look, I came to your house to invite you personally, but you weren't there. I've left the invitation in your mailbox. Make sure you get a good look at it when you come home.
Hang on a minute, Joe. Do you really expect me to go to your wedding after all the things that you have just told me right now? You've made it way too obvious that you just want to do it to spite me. There's no way that I'm going to it. Besides, I've got 2 billion things that require my attention. I don't have time to go to your wedding just to be berated.
You'll come to this wedding if you know what is good for you. Hey, maybe I'll even reward you. You can have one of my old cars that I don't use anymore. I think I bought a Ferrari a couple of months ago, and it's not exciting to me anymore. You can have that piece of crap if you want. I don't want my woman driving around something that miserable. Anyway, speaking of my woman, she's gonna be coming over very soon. I'll see you at my wedding.
Okay, Rebecca, and that is a wrap. Really good job out there today. I could tell that you were putting 200% into those photos. You were absolutely glowing. I thought I was looking at a second sun when I was taking those photos. The brightness was starting to hurt my eyes.
Thanks for that, Harry. You're so sweet. I have to be honest, though. If I didn't have your words of encouragement and your direction, we wouldn't be able to have the type of shoots that we have all the time. I'm so glad that I chose you as a partner.
The feeling is mutual, Rebecca. I did take a plunge when I said that I only wanted to work with you. I could see the type of potential that you had, and look at us now. We're selling product more than ever. I can't even sleep at night.
I know, right? Who would have thought that we would have come this far? It's all thanks to you. If we didn't have your passion and your dream, we wouldn't have come this far, Harry.
Well, you don't need to thank me. I'm not the one that instilled that dream in me. It was my grandfather. But anyway, I'm gonna get those photos edited and I'll send them. I've got a really good feeling about the final product. You are gonna love it.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, how's life treating you lately? Are you doing anything besides working?
I've got to be honest, no. I mean, with the amount of photos that we take and the companies that we've signed up with, I don't have much time to myself. There's a high workload and I love it. I love being kept busy.
Okay, that's good to hear. If you're happy, I'm happy. But what about in terms of dating? Don't you think you should settle down and get a girl already? I know you're a workaholic and you haven't really focused on your looks in a long time, but it would kind of help to have that emotional support, you know? I'm sure there's a girl out there that will support your dream, kind of like I have.
You're not wrong about that. I will admit it would be nice to have someone around, but at this stage of my life that I'm in right now, I don't have time for that. I can't give her the attention she needs. And in all honesty, the idea of fulfilling this dream of mine is more satisfying than being with someone. I mean, you can call me a loser or whatever names you want, but this is just the way that I want to live my life right now. Anyway, you know what, Rebecca? How about you? You've been in America for a long time. You've had a lot of attention. Surely there's been a good guy popping up for you?
Well, I gotta be honest. It was really hard. I mean, being a beautiful woman like I am, people only want to objectify me.
Oh, is that so? I thought they would be trying harder to get on your good side. If I was the average guy, I wouldn't be trying to talk to you about your looks. Everyone would be doing that. I would try to get to know you for who you really are.
Well, unfortunately, the world isn't full of genuine and kind guys like you, Harry. People always ask me about my nationality and comment on my appearance. I don't get the feeling that people really care about me. That is, until recently.
Oh, I like the sound of that. So, who's the lucky guy then? How long have you been seeing him?
Well, look, you're gonna get mad at me for this. You're gonna say that I'm rushing into things, but I'm actually going to marry this guy. I want you to come.
No way, you're serious right now? That is amazing. I can't believe you didn't tell me.
Oh, so you're not mad at me then?
Of course not. Marriage is a joyous thing. I'm really glad that you found someone. Are you 100% sure that he's a good guy? Is he the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with?
Oh, Harry! He's just absolutely amazing. I really wish you could meet him. In fact, when you meet him on the wedding day, I want you to have a really good conversation with him. You'd absolutely love him.
Okay, well, what's so good about him?
Well, look, I gotta be honest. I care about what he has on the inside, but it all started superficially.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, I'm not really the type of person that responds to people that message me on Instagram. My inbox is flooded with people from all different types of backgrounds. A lot of them are really wealthy and powerful. I usually give them the cold shoulder because I feel like they only want to use me for my looks. I'm not ready to become a trophy wife.
Being as attractive as you are, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? I guess it's hard for people to realize that you're beautiful on the inside, probably even more than on the outside.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're calling me ugly or something?
Wait, hold on. That's not what I meant at all. Maybe I should rephrase that. Oh, please don't take any offense to it.
You're so cute, Harry. I love that about you. You're like my little brother. Well, anyway, this one guy in particular messaged me and I looked at his profile. He raises all the red flags for me. He's attractive, he's very wealthy, and he clearly has a high opinion of himself. I think girls would look at his profile alone and be hooked on him in an instant. He looks like the type of guy that's out there to tune girls. He's not the type of person that I go after, though.
Well, I have to admit it, there are a lot of those types out there. It's good that you're on your guard. But you're telling me that you actually fell for this guy?
When he was messaging me on Instagram, he didn't do it in an objectifying way. He was genuinely trying to find out who I am and what I like. He made a lot of assumptions about me that were just correct. He said that I was the type of girl that looks like she keeps to herself and that it takes time for her to open up. He was spot on the bullseye on that one. I find it really hard to trust other people.
It sounds like he's some sort of woman guru.
I don't know. I think he was genuinely interested in me. From that point on, we started to meet up. And he was just the loveliest guy in the world. He wasn't like he was on that profile. He was really sweet and kind and did the proper gentleman things. Then one day, he said that he knows it's early and that we have only been on a couple of dates, but he wants to tie the knot with me. He thinks that I'm the one.
Wow, that sounds like it comes straight out of a Disney movie or something.
I know, right? It's so surreal. I've never met another guy like him. No guy actually talks to me that way. I really think he's the one for me.
Well, Rebecca, if that's how you feel about him, then I support the final decision. Even if it's as early as it is.
Thanks, Harry. You're always there for me, aren't you? I don't know what I would do without you.
You're really doing quite well for yourself, aren't you, Rebecca? I mean, you've got a modeling career going really well, and now you're married to some prince with a lot of money.
Okay, well, hey, let's get one thing straight. I like him for his personality. Even if he has money and power, that's something that I kind of already have, so it's not really important to me. The way a guy treats me and looks at me is the most important thing. I really hope you find someone you can tie the knot with too, Harry.
Who knows, maybe one day it will happen. But the mission comes first. I have a legacy that I need to uphold. My grandfather died with a mission and he passed it on to me. Until I can be confident that he's looking down on me with pride, I can't stop my work. I need to continue doing it.
I love that determination about you. Well, listen here. I want you to get away from work just a little bit for my marriage. Take some photos of me there. It'd be good to take it easy sometimes, you know?
You've got a point about that. I wouldn't miss that marriage for the world. Okay, Rebecca, you get home right now and have a good rest. I'll see you for our next photo shoot. Hey man, my marriage is just around the corner. I need a reply from you. What are you doing? Why is it taking so long for you to give me your confirmation? Do you even realize the type of wedding that I'm going to be having? This is a really big thing. There are like many people that would kill to be there. I'm going out of my way to extend an invitation to you, some lowly guy that works in a factory. This is privilege. You shouldn't look down on it. Joe, I told you before and I'm telling you again, I am not going to that wedding. I don't have the means to. I have got way too many things on my mind. You're better off inviting someone that's in your company, someone that you like hanging around with. Like you said, there's only a limited amount of seats, right? Invite someone that's going to enjoy going there. No, that answer isn't going to satisfy me. I told you that I need you to be there to understand the difference between you and me. Look, I understand well enough. You've already gone on about it. You flaunted your success in high school, and now you're trying to convince me here on WhatsApp. I get the picture. You're better than me. I'm fine with that. If you really understood the picture, then you would be putting in the effort to be like me. I don't know what you're supposedly busy with, but it can't be more important than my wedding. Putting a couple of nuts and bolts in a car is insignificant compared to two people that are perfectly right for each other getting married. What are you talking about right now? Joe, there are a billion different marriages out there. Do you expect me to go to each and every one? I am not going to the wedding.
This just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you looked at the invitation, right? The venue that we have is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like it came straight out of a movie or something. We have the best venue with the best food and the best company that you can find. Who would pass up on something like this? This has to do with something about you being poor. I know it does.
All this has to do with is me being committed to my mission. My wealth has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure you're just a little bit worried that you're gonna feel out of place. I mean, let's take a look at the facts. You've never had to wear a good suit in your whole life, have you? You're a little bit worried about the type of people that are gonna be there. Let me ask you a question, Harry. Have you been working out ever since we finished high school?
Well, no. Like I've been saying, I have been very busy. I've got a mission I want to fulfill. And I'm not doing anything that strays away from that mission.
Here we go again. First, you were trying to hide the fact that you were poor by saying that you had a healthy lunch. Now you're trying to hide the fact that you're too lazy to go to the gym because you have some sort of mission. We both know what type of person you are. What's the so-called mission of yours? I know that a guy like you is too down about his life to do anything inspiring. Your mission is probably grinding up whatever pennies you can to fund your alcohol addiction.
That's a lie. I haven't had a drink of alcohol my entire life.
Okay, so maybe it's not alcohol. Maybe you're on something even worse. Maybe it's gear, perhaps?
I know what you're insinuating, but I'm not that type of person. Continue to insult me, and I really will be blocking you.
Well, if you fail to give me a reasonable enough reason for not coming, then I'm gonna have to continue harassing you, Harry. Look, I know it's got something to do with the money and you're feeling out of place. I get it. I was gonna lend you one of my suits, but you haven't been working out, so you're probably the same little stick that you were back in high school, aren't you?
I'm a little bit taller, but I guess I'm the exact same from high school.
You really are a depressing little man, aren't you? Fine, you know what? I don't want to do this, but I'll get your suit tailor-made.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Yeah, you're not really giving me much choice, are you? I mean, if you're not going to come to the wedding because you're self-conscious about people judging you, then I've got to do something about that insecurity of yours. So fine, I'll have someone come over and take measurements.
Joe, you honestly don't have to go out of your way.
What do you mean I don't need to go out of my way?
I already told you, I am not going to the wedding.
That's such a load of crap. I'm still gonna send someone over to do your measurements. You can talk a big game right now, but I know the moment you realize a good suit is coming your way, you're gonna wear that thing. Then you are going to come to my marriage.
I don't even need a suit in the first place.
Can you even afford a suit?
Of course I can, but I don't need to buy a new one. I've got one here. This is my grandfather's suit.
Oh, that is just hilarious. You really don't do yourself any favors, do you? So you're actually thinking about coming in one of your old grandfather's suits, are you? That is really sad. You're just gonna dust off the cobwebs on that thing and come to my wedding? I am not having that. I'd rather you just stay home. The guy is gonna come over and do your measurements, and that's that. I don't want to hear any complaints about it.
Come on, Joe. Are you serious right now? Do you really want to go to this extent just for me to go there?
Trust me, I'm not going to be happy until every one of the losers is at my wedding. I'm doing you all a favor. After that wedding, every one of you is going to change your lives. And you know what? I'm a really nice guy, so I don't even expect you to thank me afterwards.
Come on, Joe, get real already. You keep saying that you're doing this for other people, but in reality, this is just for you.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, just admit it. You have an ego and you just want to fuel it. You want to launch yourself on the high horse and just look down on everyone. That's all. It is all just a flex.
You really are too far gone, aren't you? Don't you realize that I'm trying to wake you up? There's more to life than you and your stupid factory.
I don't even work in a factory. Since when did I say I work in a factory?
You're not going to admit to me that you work in a factory because you're embarrassed about it. Don't worry, I can pick up on the hints.
Okay, well, let's say that I am working in a factory. Let's say all the people that you're inviting are doing some sort of low-tier job. Maybe people are happy with their lives. Maybe they figured out a simple way of living that works for them. They don't need extravagance and glory that you have. At our age, I wouldn't be surprised if some people have families. They're probably working an average job, supporting their family, and just enjoying their time with their children. What is so bad about that? What do you have against that? What I'm trying to say is, why not have all of that and have the excitement of being able to do whatever you want? Why not be like me and have an amazing trophy wife that people can look and go, wow, what an awesome guy? I don't care how beautiful your partner is, I'm still looking at you and thinking, wow, what a douchebag. Is that really who the person you're gonna marry is? You only care about the outward appearance? All these superficial qualities about them? Well, of course I do. I want to be able to wake up in the morning to a face that I actually like. Okay, but what about their personality? What about the things that you like on the inside? Are you kidding me right now? That's a funny joke right there, Harry. What do you mean? Why is it so funny? You actually expect me to be friends with my partner? It's just the silliest idea ever. I mean, let's just take a look at the things that I like. I like fast cars and going to a shooting range. Do you really think that she's gonna enjoy stuff like that? Is she gonna be someone that I take to a shooting gallery? How are me and her gonna go to a rally and drive against each other? She's gonna hate that type of stuff. What's the point in me focusing on us being friends? Well, at the end of the day, you're gonna be spending time with each other, aren't you? You should probably learn to enjoy each other's company. Yeah, right. That's like telling liberals and Democrats to be friends with each other. It is never gonna happen. Okay, so what you're telling me is that all you see in your partner is how beautiful she is? You don't care about what's on the inside. Well, obviously I have to care a little bit. It's all part of the game. I just pretend that she's interesting and that I like what's going on the inside. If you had any experience with girls, you would know that they hate being objectified. If you only focus on their external appearance, they get turned off really easily. Well, you know what? I don't have to have a lot of experience with girls to know that. How about you just act humble as I'm teaching you a lesson, huh? You might thank me later on in life. Anyway, so I did all the good things. I played the good guy. I was the gentleman that she wanted. I pretended she was the most interesting person in the world. When I knew that the time was right, I presented her with the ring and she didn't take a second to hesitate. It's like throwing a line out into the water and the fish takes the bait instantly. It was just too easy. I really feel sorry for this girl. I can't imagine being married to a monster like you. What are you talking about? I'm gonna be presenting her with everything she could ever dream of. Anything she wants to do, I can grant her that wish. If she wants to live in a certain country, then bam, we're living there. If she wants to wear a certain type of clothes, then I can buy those with ease. She can be my little princess. All she has to do is make sure she puts on her makeup properly. What more could she ask for? Well, that's a very hollow relationship you have there. There is no way that she's going to be happy in that type of dynamic. I hope she knows what she's getting into. If she's the type of person that doesn't like being treated like an object, she's going to be really dissatisfied with that relationship. Well, let me tell you this, Harry. She's going to be a lot happier dating me than dating a guy like you. What do you have to offer her? Maybe every now and then you guys can have some dominoes together. That's going to be your idea of a special night. It's not exciting at all. Each to their own. I don't think what you have is genuine love. You're focusing on all the external qualities, but at the end of the day, it's about what is on the inside. At the end of the day, you're just an egotistical creature that wants to look down on other people. You just want to use this woman for her good looks. She's gonna find out at some point. Your marriage is not gonna last that long. Yeah, okay. How about you just go off and get a girlfriend first before you give me a lecture, Harry? You are in no position to tell me what I should and shouldn't do anyway.
I don't know when, but a guy is going to come around and do measurements for you. I'll pay him extra just to hang around your house. He's going to catch you at some point. You are going to do those measurements. I want you to look your best. He'll do the suit, but you should at least do something about your hair. Clean up a little bit. I don't want any hobos coming to my wedding. I've told you before, and I'm telling you again, I am not coming to your damn wedding. You really are a slimy little weasel, aren't you? Where the hell are you right now? The ceremony is about to start. I can't see you anywhere. Don't tell me you're late or something. Even worse, don't tell me that you're actually not thinking of attending.
I don't know what you were expecting today. Joe, I said multiple times that I won't be coming to your wedding. Did you not get the message? How many times did I have to tell you?
Do you hear what I had to say, though? Sure, fair enough, on moral grounds, you're not interested in coming to my wedding, but I was gonna give you one of my own cars, right? How is that not good enough motivation for you? You know what? If you hurry along here before the ceremony starts, I might be in a generous mood. There's still a chance that you could get that car, but you have to come here right now. I'm not gonna stand for this insolence.
Don't worry, Joe. I'm already at the venue. I'm talking to the man at the reception.
Well, why didn't you just say so? Well, then hurry on in then. It's been a long time since I've actually seen that little smug face of yours. I bet you still walk around with dark circles underneath your eyes. Did you at least dress well today?
Of course I did. I'm wearing my grandfather's suit.
There is just no end to your arrogance, is there? I told you specifically to wear that suit that I tailored for you. The guy came over to do the measurements, didn't he?
Well, someone came over, but I wasn't interested in that suit. We did the measurements and whatnot, and he showed me the catalog, and I wasn't impressed. They weren't up to my standard.
What do you mean they weren't up to your standard? Do you realize those were the best suits a man can buy? I mean, it's not as good as my suit, of course. Have you by any chance heard of Le Segal? Of course you haven't. I guess that's something that poor people don't even pay attention to. That's what I'm wearing today.
Hold on a second. Did you just say Le Segal?
That's right. This is a high-quality suit. The guy that made this is an absolute legend. No one knows who he is, but he produces the best suits there are.
Hold on a second. I can't believe this is happening.
Oh, I see. So maybe you actually know what the brand is. They are quite popular. They're the best suits you can get. The guy that made them was an absolute hermit. He didn't care about anything. He didn't even care to go outside. All he cared about was doing his research and creating the best prestige suit that he could make. An absolute slave to his craft. You know what? That's the type of quality that you should be mimicking. That's someone who works hard and has a dream. That's someone who actually is admirable. Why don't you do something like he did? I want to show you the fruits of his labor. I want you to see me up there in the tuxedo that I have for today. Maybe that's going to give you some inspiration to do something with your life.
Do you even realize how stupid you sound right now? Joe, do you know who my grandfather is?
Your grandfather is a swine.
Don't you dare say that. You have no idea who he is.
I don't need to know. Clearly, he wasn't capable of raising a son that could put you on a proper path. What happened to your dad anyway? Did he get fed up with life and just decide that it wasn't worth continuing?
Just shut up, Joe.
Come on, I must have hit the nail on the head on that one. That's actually what happened, didn't it? He couldn't handle the pressure of being a failure for his whole life. It was better to just take the exit route instead.
You don't get it, do you? My grandfather is Le Segal, so just shut your damn mouth.
Hold on a second. What are you saying right now?
You have got no idea who I am. You've got no idea about my past either. You've made all these assumptions about me, Joe, and every single one of them has been absolutely wrong. My grandfather was the guy who made that suit for you. He also made the suit that I'm wearing today.
What did you just say?
That's right. and the suit that I'm wearing today is one of the best that he owns. But I'm not wearing the suit for your wedding. I'm wearing it for my friends.
Hold on a second. I have no idea what is going on here right now. You need to backtrack a little bit for me. My head is spinning.
Okay, so where do I even start? I can't believe you actually insulted my father. He was a great man. He was just like my grandfather. My grandfather passed his dream on to my dad, and he was working hard at it. He was going to surpass my grandfather. He really had a gift for what we were doing.
Okay, and what was that exactly? Making suits?
Yes, well, first it started off with a product that we made. My grandfather knew his craft quite well and took great pride in his work. But he was dreaming bigger than that. He didn't just want it to end with a product. He wanted to create a brand. Something big, something that extended outside of just suits.
Wow, this is sounding a lot like Le Seagull. You're actually being serious with me right now, aren't you? You are actually the grandson of that man? I can't believe it. Oh, it all makes sense. That's why your house is the way it is. He was devoted to his craft, wasn't he?
He sure was. He didn't care about how people looked on the outside. The only thing that mattered was the work itself. Unfortunately, there were not enough years in his life for him to continue it. He had to pass it on to his son.
Okay, so what happened there then? I'm guessing your dad found it tough handling the pressure and decided to, hick?
Why are you assuming that my dad killed himself or something? That's not what happened at all. My father had cancer.
What the?
He passed away when I was in high school. I was really distraught about that for a long time. I found it hard to bring myself to school. He was an amazing man and I respected him. He really believed in my grandfather's dream. He wanted to be the one that brought it to fruition. My dad was still learning as much as he could from my grandfather. Whatever knowledge he had, he did his best to pass it on to me. And I took on the mission when he died.
Oh man, this is too much to take in.
It's part of the reason why I didn't care about making friends with people at school. It's why I spent most of my time in my book doing sketches. I was going to extend beyond suits. I was going to do women's clothing as well. I was going to find a way to market our product to more people. I am now creating new designs and doing my photography.
Are you serious right now? You're not just some loser that works in a factory? I was so sure that you were just someone that was dejected and had no hope for your own life. That's why you kept to yourself all this time. It didn't look like you had any ambition to strive for anything higher.
That's not true. I had a goal and I was working towards it. Everything apart from the goal was just a distraction. So right now, I'm fulfilling my grandfather's dream. I'm extending his clothing beyond suits. I've modernized his style. I've captured a female market as well. I've done all the branding and the marketing on my own. I found the talent on my own. Give it a couple more years, and you're gonna see my stuff all over the place. It's still gonna be the same brand, Le Seagull, but with my face on it.
This is unbelievable. I never knew that you were this type of guy. I was seriously mistaken about you, Harry. And you know what? Allow me to apologize. I'm really sorry for the way that I spoke to you. With that being the case, now that you're here at the wedding, I think that you should just come on in. You're not going to be out there for me to spite you anymore. You're going to be there as one of my own. Someone that I respect. An equal.
I'm going to have to pass up on that one. I'll be doing something different with my time. I'll be taking the bride today, and we're going to have that day to ourselves.
Hold on. What did you just say? Okay, you've got your own brand and everything, and that's cool. But don't just think that you can take my woman away from me.
No, I think I can actually. As it happens, the person that you're marrying today is one of my models.
Hold on, what did you just say?
That's right. Here's the thing. I threw away your invitation and I didn't really look at it. I am really close with my model, however. And she told me that she was going to have a marriage at this venue. She is one of my best workers. She has an amazing personality and she worked really hard to sell our brand. I'm really grateful for everything that she has done. I was more than happy to come to her wedding.
Hold on a second. You're telling me that your model's the same person that I'm marrying today?
That's right. Her name's Rebecca, isn't it?
Crap! It is her, so what? You think just because she's your model, you can just take her away? She is not working right now.
No, that's true. But I messaged her that something urgent happened and that she can't marry you today. Her and I are very close, so she's gonna hear me out. When she hears what I have to say about you, there is no way that she is gonna marry you.
What are you talking about? You can't take my woman away from me. She'll never do that.
After she sees the things that you've sent me on WhatsApp, I'm pretty sure she will. Anyway, I'm happy that I didn't get to see your face today. Good luck trying to find another woman too, fool. I felt really bad for not realizing it earlier. If I had just looked at the invitation, I would have known that Rebecca was the one who was going to be marrying Joe. I could have stopped a lot of things earlier. After I finished texting Joe, he went ballistic. He tried to find Rebecca and convince her to stay. She left with me before he could even have a chance. Now that the wedding was canceled, all the people that Joe invited dispersed. I managed to get in contact with them and we met at a location to talk. They all gave stories about Joe and the type of person he was. They said that he had a horrible personality. The whole time in high school, all he would do was put people down. Any guy that wasn't as rich as him was below him. Any girl that didn't absolutely adore him wasn't worthy of his attention. Everyone held a grudge against Joe after high school. Everything they said was a different puzzle piece for Rebecca to find out that he was a piece of crap. On top of the things that I had to say in the WhatsApp conversation, she had no idea that a guy would fool her to this extent. She was really down in the dumps after that. It took a little bit of time, but eventually, she started to find a guy that she was really interested in. It seems like one of those people that she talked to about Joe was really interested in her. I remember the guy from high school. I vouched for him. I said he was very reliable and he wouldn't do anything to hurt Rebecca. I was really sure of that, but I advised her to spend a little bit more time with him just in case. Those two are enjoying a live relationship with each other while they're learning different things about themselves. Give it a little bit more time, I think it would be wise for them to tie the knot. I really hope things go well for them. As for Joe, on the other hand, he didn't take the breakup too easily. He was frustrated that everything he was working for turned into dust. His parents didn't really have much of an idea of how he treated people. The wedding getting cancelled as quickly as it did was a red flag for them. They started to look at their son and understand why that happened that day. They then started to realize that they spoiled him. He needed to experience some sort of adversity if it was going to clean his personality up. From that point on, they stopped giving him money. They also kicked him out of the house. He was left with $0 and had to make it on his own. He always talked a big game that if he was born in a slum with nothing to his name, he'd be able to build himself up to the person he was. Let's actually see if he can do that. He's currently working at my local McDonald's, where I sometimes dine in if I don't have time to cook. Every time I come into the store, he gets someone else to do the register. He can't bear to look at me. As for me, I'm continuing doing my photography, and we're growing the brand even bigger than it was. The wedding getting cancelled caught a lot of publicity, and people found out that I was the reason it was cancelled. When they started doing some digging around, they found my name and got more and more interested in the clothes. From that point on, Rebecca had even more offers that meant more work. I couldn't do everything on my own, so I decided to hire an assistant. She's a really good girl and devoted to the craft. She wants to learn a lot. There's a little budding relationship going on between us. I might be thinking ahead of myself, but I can really see myself being with this girl for a long time. She's gonna be the one that helps me actualize my grandfather's dream. It's just like Rebecca said. One day I was gonna find someone just right for me.